What if I told you that money, the thing we work for, save, stress over, is basically made up? Yep, it wasn't always coins, or paper, or numbers on a screen. In fact, the whole concept of money is way weirder than you think. Welcome to the weird, brilliant, and surprisingly shady history of how humans invented money. First, picture this. You're a goat herder. You've got goats, but you need bread. So you go find a baker and say, "Hey, want a goat for some loaves?" Boom. That's barter. Trading stuff for stuff. But what if the baker doesn't want a goat? What if he wants fish? Suddenly, your goat is useless. That's called the double coincidence of wants. And it made trading super awkward. So humans got clever. We started using commodity money, objects everyone generally accepted as valuable. Shells, beads, salt, even giant stone discs. In parts of Africa, people used cowrie shells. Roman soldiers were literally paid in salt. That's where we get the word salary. But carrying around salt or stones wasn't exactly convenient. So next step, metal money. Enter coins. Around 600 BCE, the Lydians, now Turkey, made the first standardized metal coins. Boom. Money you could weigh, recognize, and trust. And here's the genius move. They stamped the coins with the king's face. Not just for vanity, it told everyone, this coin is real, and it's backed by power. Fast forward to the 11th century China. Carrying coins was heavy, so they started using paper money. Notes saying, "I promise to pay you this much." Kinda like a receipt, or an IOU. Europe picked it up too. Banks would hold your gold and give you a piece of paper instead. That paper became money because everyone trusted it represented something real. But today, most money isn't backed by gold. It's not even paper. Over 90% of money exists as numbers on a screen. It's fiat money, meaning it has value because governments say so, and people believe it. In fact, in 1971, US President Richard Nixon officially ended the gold standard, meaning dollars could no longer be exchanged for gold.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States.
From that moment on, money became purely about trust. Let that sink in. Your money only works because we all agree it does. It's a story we collectively believe in, just like laws, borders, or The Office being the best show ever. In 2008, right as the world was dealing with a massive financial crisis,
let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%.
Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
The NASDAQ, everything and more has been completely wiped out.
It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
something radical appeared online. A mysterious figure, or maybe a group, named Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, the first decentralized digital currency. It officially launched in January 2009. Bitcoin wasn't printed. It wasn't backed by gold. It was powered by code and trust in math, not banks. Every transaction was recorded on a public digital ledger called the blockchain, visible to everyone, owned by no one. The idea, a kind of money that couldn't be inflated, frozen, or controlled by governments. Just pure, peer-to-peer value, verified by computers around the world. In the years since, Bitcoin has gone from a nerdy internet experiment to a global movement, sparking thousands of other cryptocurrencies and a whole new way to think about value. Will crypto replace traditional money? Will governments fight it or adopt it? No one knows for sure. But one thing is clear. The invention of Bitcoin marked the first time in history someone created a currency that works without a central authority. So, how was money invented? Through problem solving, creativity, and a little bit of illusion. From goats and shells to invisible code on a blockchain, money is just humanity's most powerful story. If this blew your mind even a little, drop a like, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what would you accept as money? Pizza? Memes? Goats? Thanks for watching. And remember, in the end, money is only real because we all pretend it is.